Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 NBA playoffs should be over. We wanted to do a full season, including the playoffs award show. I just think it's interesting because I think some of these awards may truly have different answers if the playoffs were included. Let's go ahead and start off with the Defensive Player of the Year. So in the regular season, Rudy Gobert won DPOY. And in the playoffs, a lot of conversations about Rudy's defense specifically arose, specifically against the Mavericks. Draymond Green was on media talking crap as well. So with the playoffs included, who do you think should have been DPOY?
Let me start off by saying this is such a cool concept, NBA. You need to adopt this, my lord. Have an end of season award show. But for me, I definitely think that unironically, somebody in Boston got to get added to the candidates for sure. Somebody got to be anointed. There's no way we're looking at Tatum, Drew, White, hell, even KP when he was there, and we're like, yeah, none of them are in consideration. Probably not KP. That's probably nasty. But I still don't think any of them would win, or really anybody in the playoffs should win. I had Victor Wembanyama prior to the postseason, and I had Victor Wembanyama after the postseason. I still think Victor Wembanyama was the DPOY of this season, strictly because even when it comes to any character that you want to raise in Boston or Rudy Gobert, dog, they are on a stacked defensive team, bro. And I'm not saying that they're not individual talents, but if Rudy Gobert was getting targeted in certain stretches, Boston, you have a lesser way of arguing this. But for me, Victor just matters so much more to the Spurs without yapping it up compared to a single defender in Boston, let alone Rudy Gobert, who got targeted in the postseason. Given certain coverages, obviously Rudy Gobert got a little too much shit in my personal opinion. But yeah, my vote still goes to Wemby.
I think it's weird because specifically for this award, it was a two-man race for the most part, and the runner-up wasn't in the playoffs, so it wasn't like he had a chance to prove himself, right? So I guess I'm still going Rudy. I don't know. I'm still I think Rudy is a flawed defender. Vic is also a flawed defender. And in the playoffs, when you go up against certain teams that are able to take away what you're good at because they can bring you out into the perimeter, I mean, that's just a part of the sport. No defender's gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? You're either too small, too big, too slow, too fast. I don't know about too fast. I've never heard someone too fast. But too little, too big, like all that shit. So I'm still going Rudy Gobert, but Kristaps against the Mavs though.
That's what I was saying, man. I'm shocked you didn't go with one of your boys in Boston, whether it's Tatum, Drew, or KP. I'm surprised you didn't do that, man. Do you think Rudy was the best defensive player in the postseason though?
In the postseason,
yeah.
I'm probably leaning towards Drew. In the whole playoffs, I think Drew consistently has just been really good defensively, or even Derek White. I don't know, because I feel like a lot of the top defenders in the league, they just weren't in the playoffs. Rudy we're talking about right now. AD got knocked out in the first round, but AD got cooked, but it's also like it's fucking Jokic. Bam got out in the first round, so the top defenders really didn't have a chance to prove in the playoffs that, oh my God, they're dominant defensively.
Yeah, the one name that we ain't brought up that I guess I will just for comment 626 to chill out. 626 is Stitch. What's wrong with me? J-Mac. Yeah, I'll say Jaden McDaniels is one of those guys, and he definitely showed up against Denver specifically.
Yeah, so I'm still going Rudy Gobert. Next award, Rookie of the Year. Did Chet change your mind?
No. I don't want to come off as Vic Glaze, and I promise you this video isn't going to be Sage doubling down on takes. I have changed my mind on who's the overall MVP, woo, bang, bang. But I think Wemby's 2 awards are safe in my opinion. I think Wemby didn't really lose anything because nobody in the categories that I had him winning earlier didn't really knock him down. I still think he was the most impressive rookie, and I still think he was the most impressive defender this season.
Yeah, it's still Vic. Let's not overthink it. It's still Vic. Next up, we got 6th man of the year in the regular season. Naz Reid won the award. In the playoffs, did your pick change for 6th man of the year?
Shit. Don't think it did. Well, I picked Bogdanovich, I think, in the video, but then on Keep It a Buck, then I changed my mind to Nas. And in the postseason, oh my God, yeah, Keep It a Buck Sage 1-0. Gang, Souls and Sagers, it's Naz Reid to me. I ain't gonna lie. Naz Reid was so good this postseason. Bezos thinks you should trade Cat. Now, I personally don't think you should trade Cat, and that's his own separate conversation. Maybe a well-actually topic. You thought we forgot about that? But no, all seriousness, yeah, no, Naz Reid, gang. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I think it's still Naz Reid because I'm looking at the candidates. Second was Malik Monk. He unfortunately did not play. Bobby Portis, he played played pretty good against Indiana. Let me double check.
Yeah, I'm not even using just like whatever was in the bracket or whatever. When I look at these teams, I don't see a 6-man year candidate in OKC. Don't see that in Dallas at all. Oh my God. Don't see that in Minnesota. Don't see that in Denver. Don't see it in Boston. No offense. Don't see it in. Yeah, no, I think this is clearly Nas, actually.
Well, I guess it depends on how much you value if we're just talking about motherfuckers coming off the bench, I think Bobby Portis is disqualified because he started all the playoff games. And again, Malik Monk didn't play. So if we're talking about people that came off the bench through the playoffs, it is still Naz Reid. But if we're talking about the 6-man stepping up in the playoffs because of injuries, I think Bobby Portis still played pretty well. As their 6-man going into that starting spot. And if we're talking about this, the great Al Horford subbing in for KP the whole time, stop playing with him. But yeah, I'm still going Naz Reid, man. Let me.
The great Al Horford is crazy, but no, I do think it's probably one of those two. If you have to pick somebody, maybe we're sleeping on somebody in Denver, or if you want to go Derek Lively, I could see that.
D-Live's another one.
Yeah, I can see Derek Lively, but I think by a hair I'm gonna go Naz Reid because Derek Lively is either 10-10, 20-10, or at 6 points. And there's no in between. So I think Nas is a safer pick.
Next up, we got Coach of the Year in the regular season. Mark Daigneault won the Coach of the Year. In the playoffs, did that change for me? I'm going to be honest. And this is my Celtics bias showing, but it's my summer! Coach Mazzulla, I think, needs to be in this conversation way more. He needs to be in this conversation way more, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think, obviously, it's an 82-game sample size that we're talking about, specifically with this video. You know, I'm trying to look at everything in a vacuum as much as I can, but I really just want to give credit to him, even if y'all don't think he should win, even with this playoff formatting that we're doing, with the fact that he was thrusted into a really difficult situation his first year in Boston. You know what I'm saying? The head coach got fired. He did not have a coaching staff for him. Even the roster wasn't really built for him, even though it was really talented. He was thrusted into that situation, and he was one game away from making it to the NBA Finals. With all the doubt that he had last season going into this season, and even in this season, Sage called me out for it. Hey, East Starving Ham. I did say it. All right? The timeout philosophy was still kind of cooking me at times. We were dying by the 3, but the way Coach Mazzulla has made adjustments in these playoffs, that timeout problem has not been a problem in these playoffs so far, and how he got those guys playing schematically, playing together, all after year 2. Oh my goodness. I just feel like Coach Mazzulla doesn't get enough credit for this. So I'm gonna go with the homer pick, man. Give me Coach Mazzulla Coach of the Year, man.
The Celtics front office needs to be studied because either they've had such amazing coaches for like the past decade in hindsight, or that they've been so good at making a roster that it seems they've had amazing coaches for the past decade. Either way, shout out Boston's front office. I gotta say that as a Lakers fan, dog. But for me, my pick has changed as well. I think I had I had Mike Malone, and turns out he's a Laker merchant. Turns out he's a Laker merchant. I'm actually going to go with Chris Finch. I think the Minnesota Timberwolves were very well coached throughout this playoff run. And not only that, but he was obviously a candidate for the regular season. Most importantly to me, all the flaws that you could point to Minnesota, I'm not going to lie. And I mentioned front office like 10 seconds ago. I think this is just skill issue on the roster. I think the Minnesota Timberwolves lacking shot creation. Who gonna do it? Ant and Cat, right? And if Ant and Cat are out here choking, shit, bruh. We got Naz Reid post-ups next? I'm sorry, dog. So I don't really put too much of whatever criticism you have on the Timberwolves on coaching. Yes, he's coaching obviously wasn't perfect. If it was perfect coaching, they'd win the game, hypothetically, right? But I just don't think that Chris Finch did really anything wrong here. I would probably say he's up there. However, I will concede that Joe Mazzulla is probably in that conversation as well. I don't want to sound like a Nuggets hater. Mike Malone probably still around, but I don't think that if we're factoring playoffs, I don't think there's a way you argue Orlando walks away with it. I don't think that Daigneault should have it.
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie, but I just didn't. I was really doubting Joe, bro. But the way he's coaching circles around Dallas right now,
man,
like I swear, bro, like the help on the stat sheet, it doesn't look like it's there. Kyrie is just missing shots, but in terms of schematically, with or without KP, yo, Joe Mazzulla is coaching circles right now, bro. It's actually insane.
And they almost got God damn it, why Luka fouled out, man. Let's move on. for him, bro.
Now, before we get into the rest of the video, I just want to shout out the sponsors of this video, Surfshark VPN.
Surfshark VPN keeps your online identity safe by encrypting all of the information sent between your device and the internet. This keeps your personal data protected from big companies or cyber criminals.
Also, a VPN can allow you to swap the real location of your device with a new one, aka it changes your IP address. This way you can virtually travel to essentially anywhere.
And with 3,200 plus servers, you can basically watch any sports stream that you're trying to have access to anywhere in the world.
Let's just say you're out of the country for a holiday break and you're trying to watch, I don't know, the NBA finals back home, but you know, because of certain situations, you can't watch it because you're outside of the country. Just use Surfshark VPN, change your location to back home, wherever you're from, and now you can watch the NBA finals flawlessly. But outside of being a sports fan, which we all are, a VPN also helps to encrypt your data and keep your personal information away from bad people. I know summer is around the corner. A lot of us are going to be outside. A lot of us are going to be using public Wi-Fi, and public Wi-Fi is a gold mine for hackers. If you use a VPN, you can surf the web way more safely because you know that if they try to get your IP address, they're going to get the wrong one.
Why did my clothes change? And guys, make sure you use code SOULSAGE, not Souls and Sage, not SNS, code SOULSAGE, so you can get 4 months free on your subscription.
Links to everything will be in the description down below, and shout out to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video.
Now let's get back to the content.
Next up, we got most improved player. The regular season winner was Tyrese Maxey, followed by Kobe White, Sengun, J-Dub, Jalen Brunson, and Denny Avdija. So outside of those guys, the only guys that were really in the playoffs was Tyrese Maxey, J-Dub, and Jalen Brunson. So I guess I'm gonna just be quick with it. I don't think J-Dub played well enough to move him up the ladder, and Tyrese Maxey played well enough to stay as the most improved player. And I think I had Kobe White when we actually did the season awards, but I think the jump from 20 to 26 in hindsight, I think is at the very least just as impressive as the jump from 10 to 9. So if you got Tyrese Maxey, I'm not mad with it. And if it was Kobe White for me, I'm gonna change it to Tyrese Maxey, man.
Well, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and hit you with a full counter. Shout out to people that know that anime. It sucks. But
Not too much.
Yeah, Meliodas sucks. He's a 6'9" god. But I'll say this for certain: I did have Tyrese Maxey. However, because I had Tyrese Maxey, you guys may see where I'm coming from. This is gonna sound crazy. I promise I'm not hot take hunting. I got Jalen Brunson. I think Jalen Brunson's the MIP whenever I really think about it, bro. He went from a guy just looking at last season, 24 points, 6 assists, right? He goes to, in the postseason, a 32 point per game score with what, 2 minutes on bathroom breaks? Jalen Brunson has went from like, okay, starting point guard, all-star caliber point guard to, nigga, can you win a championship with Jalen Brunson? And to me, I think that is a huge leap that 90% of the league cannot make. I think Jalen Brunson has a damn good argument, the same way Tyrese Maxey has, from like star to okay, all-star, superstar-ish. I think Jalen Brunson has made an even bigger leap into like even arguably being a top 10 guy. That sounds absurd. Probably don't know if he's in my top 10. That's a future video. But yeah, Jalen Brunson for me is my most improved player.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's actually a good point. I'm not mad at that. Next up, we got executive of the year. Is Big Brad, man.
I'll say Laker Nation, Mavs Nation, Luka Squad. It's them boys in Beantown. I mean, they got, even when Bezos had the East Darvin Ham shit, the counter to that argument would be like, all right, it's working. All you got to do is tell one of their like 39% shooters to shoot threes. Like, holy shit, who can't do that? Who can't coach that shit? We're calling their run Mickey and shit, but hey, they had the luxury of being Mick because the roster's that goddamn good. It's Coach Brad by a mile. Shout out to the following, just to mention other people who want other people to be shouted out. Shout out to the Mavs and the Timberwolves for saying, hey, fuck you, fuck Jokic, and fuck all the other noise. We gonna do this, and both of them made the Western Conference Finals. When we get to the opposite side and talk about the worst executives, the worst players and shit, I can't wait for that part because there's a runaway for worst, in my opinion, as well.
I want to shout out the Pacers as well. Getting Siakam. Just, yo, I think that team, when we look back, especially if the series goes the way that it does, yo, the Pacers being Boston's biggest comp, it's going to be a fun conversation. That's going to be a fun conversation.
That's like You
But like,
can't argue that
that's
right
the thing
now.
is,
It's
we
kinda
watch
true,
all the
yeah.
games, and it's like, bro, I swear to God, we had much more trouble guarding the Indiana Pacers than the
Yeah.
Dallas Mavericks right now, bro. And maybe it's just a schematic thing, personnel thing. But I think that gives credit to the point of like, yo, that's a really well coached team with good personnel all around. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a 2-man army.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle, I was critical of Rick Carlisle, but I wouldn't go as far as to fire him. I know some people were calling for his job, and maybe even I have one random stream where I overreacted and said fire him, LOL. But nah, you guys got to chill. Rick Carlisle was cooking for the most part for the Pacers.
Yeah, but nah, Brad Stevens being able to get Derek White for Jason Richardson, what the fuck, bro? Sticking to his guns with Jaylen Brown while everyone wanted him out, and now he's on pace to be Finals MVP. That's a gutsy move that worked out, and I do think that's been just the continuity of and the stability of knowing, all right, JT and JB are our guys. I don't think that gets mentioned enough. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. Drew Holiday, stealing him from Portland when he got traded. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro? Trading away Marcus Smart and getting a Marcus Smart replacement, if not an upgrade, soon as possible, and then getting someone that adds a dynamic to your team that you just didn't have before. What the fuck, bro? Like, no, Brad Stevens put on a front office GMing masterclass. That's just crazy. Even re-signing Al Horford, like after he went to OKC, or getting him back, like, oh my god, bro.
It was super team talks about this team in the offseason, and it paid off. Mild spoiler, who I think the worst executive was. Yeah.
Now let's get our hater shit off. Worst coach of the year.
Woo!
Worst coach of the playoffs, because obviously them bottom feeding teams. Let's talk about the playoffs for this one.
Yeah. Even if we counted the regular season. I got bad knees right now, but if you say different, you're a fucking liar. If you say different, you're a fraud. Given the expectations of the Los Angeles Lakers, not because we're the Lakers, dog, look at the roster. You don't have to play dumb. It's not a bad roster. It's not. If really, Bezos will tell you, he's a Celtics fan that's been smoking my pack all fucking week. He'll tell you right now, oh, the Lakers is probably giving these niggas more bump. The Lakers probably giving half the West more bump. We just can't beat Denver because Darvin Ham's an idiot. God, I'm not absolving LeBron, AD, any other Laker on the roster. I damn well not absolving Rob Pelinka, but the worst coach of this postseason, and in my opinion, the entire season, Darvin Ham by a mile, bro.
Yeah, Darvin Ham's up there. And injuries saved Doc Rivers from being in this discussion, but I'm going to give it to Darvin Ham. Most disappointing player of the playoffs / NBA season as a whole.
I want to kind of still say it's Jordan Poole, but I ain't gonna lie. There has been some players in this postseason. Kyrie hurt me on a personal level, but I can't say for the majority of the postseason. But Kyrie, what the fuck?
Oh, my pick's easy. Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, I think he had his moments against LA, but in that series, it still wasn't like this godly series. Like, I understand we were talking about Bubba Murray being back. Playoff Murray's just him. But in that series, Jamal Murray, let me not just box score watch, right? He had 24.7 assists, 5 rebounds, but he shot 40% from the field and he shot 29% from 3. And then in the second round, against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jamal Murray, again, did not have a good series. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 40% from the field, 33% from 3. I mean, he didn't miss his free throws, but I expect more from Jamal Murray, specifically a dude that I expect to specifically rise in the playoffs to the point where I'm not looking at what he does in the regular season because I know what he's capable of doing in the playoffs. So to me, it's easily Jamal.
That's actually a fantastic point. I have one other name to bring to you, but you probably won me over with that argument. I ain't gonna lie, gang. But I'm gonna try to present my take. Paul George, underrated dark horse guy that swept under the fucking rug. Paul George was not good, damn near at all. Now, if you want to argue injuries for this entire Clippers team, go for it. But bro, Paul George in the 6 games against Dallas, no, he had a couple of 22-point games that were pretty okay. The rest of the series, I mean, he had a 33 ball, but we're talking about a 7-point game from Paul George. We're talking about a 15-point game on 4-13 and an 18-point game on 6 of 18. Now, he was providing rebounds for the team, but I mean, the Clippers ain't had no fucking center anyway, so I don't know how much I'm gonna reward that, if that makes sense. I know that sounds Mickey, but I think the fair thing to say there is really anybody on the Clippers could have got this award as well. Jamal Murray, though, you have a fantastic argument. We do give Jamal Murray a kind of not a buy, but like a bro. We know what the Nuggets gonna do in the postseason.
It's Jimmy Butler as damn near.
And yeah, so you're probably right. I'm probably just yapping. It's probably Jamal Murray.
Next up, worst executive.
Phoenix. What happened? Phoenix, no. I knew y'all thought I was gonna go Clippers by how I was talking about them. No. Clippers did what I probably would do: just be ignorant, double down, and see what happens. Fair enough. You lost. Fair enough. Trade Kawhi, by the way. Phoenix, what the fuck? So you telling me that you niggas, for full context, and I know what we think of Mikal as a first option, but Mikal Bridges as a fourth option is way different. I know Cam Johnson is like the fifth or the sixth. You had depth on the team. You just made the goddamn finals. And you've not only doubled down, but then this specific all season tripled down on, hey, bro, we just got to make shots. Bro, stop. That's archaic, bro. The same way, like, if you're playing my eras in 2K and your friend shoots a three when you're playing in the Magic and Bird era, you're like, what the fuck is going on if you're in character? Because you're being archaic. It's like the same shit, bro. This 3-star LOL buckets only shit really, honestly, never was the play, but it damn well ain't the play now, bro. Get over it. This is easy, Suns. Suns honestly should have had 2 chips in the last 4 years, in my opinion, if they were managed the right way, but they don't because they're stupid.
Yeah, I can't argue against the Phoenix Suns. But I told y'all, I thought they were gonna be a second round exit, man. I can't lie.
Oh my God,
I thought they were gonna be a but first round sweep to the young Timberwolves? Oh nah, I didn't see that. Man. Nah. Phoenix, that super team shit is over, man. It's time to build the right way. It's time to build the right way, man.
Pack it up. I forgot they got swept too. I was like, I knew I had the Timberwolves winning. I think I said T-Wolves in 6. They did get swept. Oh Lord.
Well, I guess speaking of that, which team disappointed you the most?
In general. Now this, for the public, me and B-Souls would say the Suns. However, me and Bezos told you about the Suns. So I'm going to just say take the L, dumbass. For me, disappointing squad, gotta go to Milwaukee. It gotta be Milwaukee. Gotta be Milwaukee. I gave Milwaukee grace after grace after grace. I said, yo, give them to the postseason. Dame's going to alleviate the shit. And yes, there were obvious injuries to Milwaukee, but that's still such a, the whole season was just a mess. The whole season was a mess, and it ended a fucking mess. I gotta go Milwaukee as a clear one. Honorable mention, maybe Philly, and then obviously you got the Clippers as well, but nah, I got Milwaukee, gang.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Milwaukee would be my pick, but my runner-up would be the Clippers. I think, boy, there was that stretch in this regular season where there was just ratting off wins, and it just looked like it was working. It looked like the fucking year. Kawhi was healthy, Paul George was healthy, James Harden was healthy. You know, I actually like their depth way more than the Phoenix Suns, so depth wasn't a problem for me. But come playoff time, Kawhi Leonard's, James Harden's, and Paul George's. And you also ran into Luka and the Mavs, you know? So that Clippers team, and I don't like being made stupid, but I really trusted y'all this year more than any other year, man.
Stop trusting the flippers. And speaking of me saying flippers, for anyone that's about to say, no,
it's actually the team that Sage is repping right now.
No, it's not. Who outside of ESPN candidates that are just getting hot takes in TSO Sage said, oh yeah, the Lakers are going to win, and genuinely meant it? There's earlier videos where I said the Nuggets were going to win. I didn't mean that shit. I knew what the fuck was up. Them niggas are Laker merchants. It's what they do.
I will say this. Y'all disappointed me in the fact that I've been wanting a Lakers-Celtics finals for the longest. And I told y'all, bro, if y'all played the meta of going to the top of the bracket, y'all face, who do y'all face in the first round? The Thunder?
It would have been OKC, I swear. Hey, Thunder fans, I'm not, bro. I'm already hurt. I have no Lakers and no Luka. Nigga, we would have fucked y'all up.
So it would have been the Thunder, the Mavs, which I think honestly, it was 6-7 game series. I think I had the Mavs winning that one, but it would still be possible. And then in the Western Conference Finals, you would be facing the Timberwolves, which is a beatable ass team. And then in the finals, hey man, I said this on the stream yesterday. I think the biggest threats to the Boston Celtics is a really, really strong interior presence. Really, really strong interior presence. I actually like the Dallas Mavericks matchup, and honestly, the Minnesota matchup, because of the fact that their offense is revolved around perimeter play. The Lakers with LeBron and AD,
and Anthony Davis are just boom, boom, boom.
without Porzingis too.
Oh my God, bro. Styles make
Tough.
fights. Before you guys get on B Souls, think he's coping for Sage or coping for the Celtics Lakers. Styles make fights for any person that watches UFC or boxing. We are directly stating again the matchup of the Lakers goes way better against a team like Boston because we can't even make the threes if we're open. we can't even shoot the shits if we're open. Who cares? Derek White's on Austin Reeves. Oh no. Oh man. Like LeBron, go to the basket.
Yeah, we still beating y'all last stuff, but I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll
never fucking know. I hate you, Ham.
Let's do the least valuable player.
Throughout the entire season. This where I will say Jordan Poole is probably Hey, look, man, we on some postseason shit. B-Souls mentioned some players from the postseason for me in case I'm missing somebody, but I think it's gonna be hard to beat Jordan Poole, man. Jordan Poole was supposed to average 30, or like the most inefficient 30 you've seen in your life, and ooh, man.
Yeah, it's Jordan Poole. I'm trying to get some sort of hate take off.
Damn, bro.
Maybe Jimmy because he coasted the regular season and that bit them in the ass. I don't know, bro. But Jordan, come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who had a meltdown this postseason. It ain't Don. No, it ain't nobody from Orlando. Saying anyone from Miami are an asshole. I wouldn't say Zion. Yeah, unless you're going with like a role player on some Russell Westbrook shit. It's 2024. That's okay to say.
Unless you really, really hate Jamal, which you might really, really hate Jamal, though.
You really, really, really hate Jamal Murray? Yeah, no, it's Jordan Poole, dog. I can't lie.
Worst defender of the year.
So I know what the narrative is now. I know what y'all doing now. Y'all gonna stop. Y'all better stop it. Yeah, hey, stop what y'all doing. Stop what y'all doing. I see what y'all doing, man. Look. My glorious king ain't here, bro. I'm just call it.
Elko chat. Spam Elko,
my glorious king is not the worst defender. He's going against two really good wings. They're good at attacking the basket. And he's had good defense throughout a lot of series in this postseason. He's just been awful against Boston. I'll admit it. He ain't been playing no defense. He's been a glorious king in terms of scoring the ball against Boston. He ain't been playing a lot of defense. He'll poke the ball loose every now and then, get a couple strips, put his hand up every now and then. But am I going to act like he's pulling up the shorts? No. So for me, who do I think was a worse defender? Jokic.
Luka, I'm gonna throw him some bail. Because number one, I think we already thought he was a bad defender going into these finals. Now I'm just talking about the finals because fuck it. He was already a bad defender going into it, and he is injured. But boy, can you try?
Stop, bro.
Can you try, bro?
Stop, bro.
Like,
can't move.
It's actually bad, bro. Sage, I ain't gonna lie. When was the last time you seen a superstar play this bad defensively in the finals, bro?
He can't move, bro.
Nah, just answer the question. With or without injuries, man.
It's been a while. I don't think, I give him a D on defense. I can't give him an F because he'll do something.
What?
Right? He gets a couple steals. A couple cool steals.
He is averaging 3. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, he'll get a couple steals. So I ain't going to say he's an F, but I'm not that, biased. He's just my glorious king. But I can... Sir Luka, we gonna learn how to slide your feet next year. That's what I'm saying. My glorious king's only gonna get better over time. He's already the GOAT. But if I had to pick a serious name that, y'all are gonna think I'm trolling until I'm not. Who is that motherfucker that could not, for the life of them, guard JB? Who was that? I'm blanking on his name. Was it Aaron?
On the Pacers?
Yeah, somebody was food.
Was it Obi Toppin?
It might have been Aaron, bro. I'm blanking, but I remember vividly. I don't think it was Neymar. I think it was Aaron Naismith, whatever. I'm pretty sure it was Aaron. I remember vividly night after night after night after night, and even tweeting at some point, yo, stop putting him on Jalen Brunson, bro. Jalen Brunson was skulking that boy. Please, Pacers, this offseason, for the love of God, get a perimeter defender that can play alongside Tyrese Halliburton. Because that was awful. I think he's in contention as well. If y'all going Luka, I hear you, but I'm dead ass. He's in my list, man. That guy. Whew.
Yeah, I feel it. Even though he's actually known as a defender, it's crazy. Which is crazy.
Shit. It ain't look like it.
And last but not least, man, MVP of the playoffs / regular season as a collective, man.
As a collective, well. let's just say this. Let's start like this. I'm gonna reverse this back to you. Do you think it changed, man? Is there a new guy? Or are you sticking with good old Yoke?
I think it actually changed for me, man. I think it actually changed.
Mm.
I think you know, in the regular season it was a 1A 1B situation with me. It was already a, you know, yo, if you went with Jokic, if you went with Luka, I'm not mad at it. I see where you're coming from. I'm gonna just go with Jokic. Type of ordeal. But in these playoffs, I'm gonna just give Luka the benefit of the doubt, man. Fuck it.
Hell yeah, you are. Hell yeah, you are. Hell, they weren't a doubt. That's why I asked them first.
Hell yeah, now it ain't no conversation. Full season award, he beat SGA, boo. He already beat that guy, so get the ore out of here. Jokic, Western Conference Finals, we was looking for you, yo. Where? Yo, what the hell, yo? You shrink? Are you black now? What's going on? Like, what the, They weren't him either. My glorious king was the best player in the world. Like he's been ever since he got drafted. The best thing that's happened in NBA history was Luka's birthday.
Yeah, Jokic is still my best player in the world, but Luka's my MVP for this season. I guess.
He can't beat a 50-win team.
You wasn't saying that going into these playoffs. It's
Can't
cool
beat a
though.
50-win team.
It's cool though.
Can't
It's
beat a
cool.
50-win team. My eyes have been open. My eyes have been open. I've had to sit back and really think on this. Jokic can't beat a 50-win team, bro. And he's a fraud.
It's cool. And to close it off, let's just do real quick NBA playoff first team.
All NBA playoff first team. No, we're not doing second because we do not care. I'm gonna go ahead and say Luka gotta be there. That's not even Glaze. If Luka ain't one of the 5 slots, we trolling. And then just to take another slot and let you have one, I ain't gonna lie. You may call sympathy. I'm gonna just say a real recognize real, man. JB gotta be on there, man.
I'm gonna go Luka. I like the JB pick. I'm gonna put another JB on there. I'm putting my guy Jaylen Brown, man. I'm putting my guy Jaylen Brown,
I
man.
can hear that.
JT. I have to go to the second team, gang. I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm about to say I can't
man.
go JT because Ant right there. I know Ant chat comment section started choking in the latter half, or really the entirety of the Mav series, but we was not saying that for like 10 games straight, dog. That Ant was hooping, bro.
SGA? I think SGA didn't even have a poor playoff run. That's my thing.
Lost.
Yeah. Motherfucker just lost, and like, cause I'm looking at it right now. 30 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks, 50, 43, 79. Like, he just that's a guy that did his part, just outplayed and just fucking lost to a competent team. So I'm gonna go SGA that last spot, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say the question is if there's no bigs on this list, because we are immediately like cutting out AD and Jokic, who I think neither had a bad postseason necessarily, or bad, not greatest, obviously. And then there's even guards that we could bring into the mix, like Donovan Mitchell. I think he was fantastic. Some people think he quit on his team. Tyrese Halliburton, when he was healthy, was good as well. But I ain't gonna lie. I think objectively, if we're just ranking the 5 best, I don't want to go narcissist, but how do you disagree with Ant? How do you disagree with Ant, Luka, JB, and who would you say?
SGA. You could disagree with just the fact that JB hasn't put up better numbers than other people, because I think you can still make the case that like Jokic put up better numbers than JB.
Jaylen Brown, right?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown. My bad. That's
Nah,
only
you good.
JB I'm
There's 2 of them.
recognizing.
There's 2
right
of
now.
them.
That's only JB I'm
Fuck
recognizing
you,
right now.
fuck
My
you,
bad,
fuck
yo.
you, fuck you. Oh my God.
Whoo!
I'll
Who
say this.
cares, man? Fuck
I'll
these
say this.
awards. Fuck these media voted awards, man.
This where we're going with
It's
this
about
one.
the champ.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know what? Worst team of the year. I'm going LA now. Cause hey, trust me, you think B Souls is unbearable? You lucky it ain't the reverse. I give you that. Oh my Lord, insufferable if we ever get a Lakers. Oh my Lord, you better hope we on YouTube still for that long. Are we retiring? No, but Mavs at 7. I can't wait for that video. Mavs at 7, bro. I'm dying with the ship. I'm dying with my glorious king. Help him. Drop and give him 50, Luka, please.
With that being said, we'll catch y'all on the next one, and we're out, man. Peace.
Peace.